Good morning and welcome to T-Hub Capital, the Investors Lounge, the podcast where we explore financial market dynamics, emerging trends, and the insights that shape successful investments. Each week, we'll delve into the strategies and analyses that drive our investment decisions. You'll get an insider's perspective on the factors influencing markets and the potential winners and losers of tomorrow. Subscribe to the podcast to stay ahead of the curve and make informed investment choices. Enjoy listening.
Welcome to T-Hub Capital's The Investors Lounge weekly newsletter. Today's date is the 4th of November. Let's dive into the week's stock market news. European markets fall amidst Middle East tensions and mixed economic news. European markets experienced a downturn as anxieties over the escalating conflict in the Middle East, coupled with disappointing corporate earnings and tempered expectations for ECB rate cuts, weighed on investor sentiment. The Pan-European Stocks Europe 600 index fell by 1.52%, with major indexes across the continent following suit. France's CAC 40 index declined 1.18%, Germany's DAX dropped 1.07%, and Italy's FTSE MIB sank 1.42%. The UK's FTSE 100 index showed relative resilience, declining by a more modest 0.29%. This decline came despite positive news regarding Eurozone economic growth. The region's economy expanded by 0.4% in the third quarter, surpassing expectations and doubling its second quarter growth rate. Germany defied recession fears with 0.2% growth, while France and Spain also exceeded growth forecasts. However, Italy's economy stagnated, adding a note of caution to the overall picture. Inflation in the Eurozone ticked upwards to 2% in October, driven primarily by base effects from energy prices. Meanwhile, the UK's first Labour budget in 14 years introduced a significant fiscal stimulus package, with £70 billion in extra spending over the next 5 years. This will be funded by £40 billion in tax increases and £32 billion in additional borrowing. Chancellor Rachel Reeves acknowledged the loosening of fiscal rules to accommodate this borrowing, prompting concerns from the Office for Budget Responsibility about potential impacts on long-term growth. The budget triggered a sell-off in the bond market, prompting Reeves to reassure investors of the government's commitment to economic and fiscal stability. Now our insight into alternative markets. Italian design poised for growth, private equity investments to fuel expansion. The recent Pambianco summit dedicated to design highlighted the vast growth potential for this sector, a long-standing pillar of Made in Italy excellence. A recent estimate values the global furniture market at a staggering $581 billion, with a luxury segment representing a significant 8% share. Even more compelling is the potential for branded design products. Currently, only 15% of design objects worldwide are sold under a recognizable brand, leaving a vast 85% unbranded, produced by third parties, individual artisans, or included in furnished properties. As global wealth increases and consumer appreciation for design grows, the branded segment is expected to expand beyond 20% of the total market. This presents a significant long-term opportunity for Italian furniture manufacturers. However, capitalizing on this potential in a global market requires a shift in the industry's approach. Organic growth will play a role, but acquisitions will be crucial for expanding across all market segments. This trend suggests a surge in M&A activity over the next 3 years, strengthening existing industry players and fostering the emergence of new aggregators. This consolidation will likely drive another much-needed evolution, a transition from predominantly family-run businesses to a more managerial approach, including the recruitment of top executives from outside the design world. These leaders can bring fresh perspectives and innovative strategies to this crucial sector of the Italian economy. Private equity investment is expected to play a key role in this transformation. By providing capital and strategic guidance, PE firms can help Italian design companies scale their operations, expand internationally, and professionalize their management. This influx of investment will not only benefit individual companies but also enhance the competitiveness of the entire Italian design sector on the global stage.
Thank you for listening to this episode of Hub Capital, the Investors Lounge podcast. I hope you found this content interesting and inspiring. If you enjoyed this episode, don't forget to subscribe to the podcast so you don't miss a single episode, and share it with your friends and colleagues who might be interested. To learn more about T-Hub Capital and our activities, visit our website, hubcapital.com. You can also follow us on our LinkedIn page. See you soon. All the best from the T-Hub Capital team.